Map 2, German attack overrunning the outpost line. Before dawn on April 15th, the Germans launched a strong attack towards Larnaca. They broke through the weak Australian defences. Isolated groups of Australians fought till they ran out of ammunition and were forced to surrender. Map 3, Germans capture the 1st Division guns. The guns of the 1st Division were captured, the gunners falling back with the infantry, taking the gun sights and breech blocks with them. The attack swept past the right flank of the Albury Battery, positioned as it was in the Noreuil Valley.
Map 4.
Major John Ray, commanding the 13th Battery, was aware of the seriousness of the situation as the German attack swirled round the battery. What to do? Abandon the guns and pull back, or fight? Major Ray decided to fight.
With remarkable promptitude, he ordered the guns dragged out of their pits, reversed them and opened fire on the enemy, inflicting heavy casualties.
Military cross citation, Major John Ray, Albury Battery.
Map 5.
Australian infantry resting at Vracour immediately moved up to halt the German advance.
When our infantry counter-attacked, Major Ray followed the enemy with very destructive fire, increasing his range as our infantry advanced, thus keeping a protective barrage in front of them and assisting the counter-attack to be pressed home and inflicting casualties on the enemy.
Military cross citation, Major John Ray, Albury Battery.
Map 6. Back in the 13th Battery wagon lines near Vracour, Sergeant Major Percy Pearsall knew the boys on the guns, now fighting for their lives, would soon be out of ammunition. He ordered 2 teams harnessed to pull ammunition limbers. There were still enemy troops between him and the guns, but by surprise and speed, the teams might get through. The steady advance of the relieving Australian infantry was disrupted by thundering hooves and screeching iron tyres. Up the road from Vracour came the 2 teams at full gallop, with the drivers bent over their horses, urging them on. Momentarily the infantry were caught up in the drama. They cheered the wild-eyed horses. They cheered the roaring drivers. They cheered every shell and the bouncing limbers that would save Australian lives. Map 7.
With plenty of ammunition to hand, the gunners continued to fire as the Australian infantry advanced and the Germans fell back.
The 17th and 20th Battalions did splendid work. Also the machine gunners, who got direct fire on the enemy in the open. The situation for us seemed a bit uncertain for a while, but once the Germans found they were being surrounded, they surrendered in hundreds.
Gunner Frank Mongan, Albury Battery. Map 8. British aircraft joined the battle, swooping low and firing on the withdrawing enemy.
4 aeroplanes flew over low during the stunt, carrying back messages to infantry, also turning their machine guns on Fritz.
Gunner Frank Mongan, Albury Battery. Map 9. Later, when our infantry regained their captured guns and frontline positions, Major Ray kept one gun out of its pit for emergencies. A large number of enemy was seen retiring towards Quant, and with this gun, Major Ray fired 150 rounds. Very few of the party got back to Quant, and it is known that many casualties were inflicted by this particular gun.
Of the 6 enemy battalions that came over, less than 1/3 got back. We, the 13th Battery, had 6 men wounded during the stunt.
Gunner Frank Mongan, Albury Battery.